Hey guys, nice to see you again. Hey friends and frogs, this is Cassie from Cassie's Corner. How's everybody doing today? I started talking today about my depression. Um, Not because I want anyone to feel sad. I don't want anyone to feel sad for me or feel bad for me, but I just want to help others that have been through the same thing. My depression was kind of debilitating. I couldn't go out. I was very shy, very anxious about the world around me. Uh, I didn't want to be judged. I didn't want, and that sounds so crazy. A lot of people were judgmental about some of the things that I did or did not do, and I think that's a little bit everybody. But the big thing that to help you get out of it, if you're trying to get out of it, other than medication, is really to just get out of your own head. I know that sounds so simple, but it's not an easy task. You sit there and you think about how you feel, how you want things, how you focus on yourself a lot, and that is just not how we were made. God was a giving creature, and He gave part of that about Himself to us. We kind of inherited it from Him to care for others and to love each other and to kind of look out for each other. So we were made we to love other people and to care for other people. And I just really did not focus on that in my depression, because you think of the big word depression. Don't be don't try to live up to that label. And I think that's kind of what I was doing. I was like, I heard the word depression, that big D word, and I was like, oh my gosh, oh, I can't believe I'm depressed. And it was a diagnosis, sure, but I let it just go way too far. I couldn't think positively. I couldn't think about anybody else's problems but my own. I promise you, sometimes I think when you find a narcissist, and there are narcissists in the world, I know a few of them. I really, really do. I'm not going into detail, but I know a few narcissists in my day. But I think a part of being a narcissist is that they are also depressed, and that is their way of not reacting to it, is their way to compensate, to because they have it in their mind, their feelings, their thoughts, their what they deserve, what they need. And I hear a lot about that from one certain celebrity what they deserve, what they, I'm a very exaggerated self self acceptance, self worth, very like they're more important than what they should be. They want you to rise up to their level of what they think of themselves, and I had to know how that feels. But I do think it stems from some sort of depression. I don't know if this famous person, wouldn't know what she would be depressed about, other than maybe one of her parents left her. Maybe this person in their teenage years didn't make correct choices and is trying to live that very high self-righteous appearance, so that their mistakes and shortcomings won't be put back on them. But it's an escape route for responsibilities, and it is also like narcissism is like they're full of themselves, and in this way they don't have to face up to the depression that they really have. I do have, like I said, I do live with somebody with narcissism, and it's not funny. It's not. I mean, they could drain you. They could completely drain you. But when you are depressed, and I get it, I'm full. My head was just so full of me and my needs and my wants and how I felt. Oh, how dare you! speaks so badly about me. How dare you put the blame on me? What is your problem? I'm not to blame for anything. And I think all narcissists are that way. So I was like, I felt so bad for some of the way I treated some people when I was depressed, because it wasn't the right way to treat people. However, I also don't obsess over the bad thoughts. You have bad thoughts, and I get that. Everything, especially again when you hear that label, the big D, you're obsessing over that word and what it means, and then you go into thoughts about why am I depressed, and then you think about all the bad, everything bad comes flashing up in your face, and that's not. I mean, it's gonna happen. It's just how you deal with it. I took it and I wallowed in it. I just rolled in it and said, "Okay, this is who I am." And that's how I acted. That is really how I feel so bad for people that hang around me. I feel so bad. I used to teach with other ladies at the school. I feel so bad for them because I was really, like, I had no idea I could be so mean. I remember being not even mean, just so self-obsessed that I didn't think about anybody else's feelings. And I feel so bad about that. I do. I want to apologize, but I'm not going to go digging back in that past and say, hey, I know what I did. And I don't know. They were great people. They really tried to help me. Everybody that I've ever come in contact with that I would say, okay, I'm kind of depressed and have a little bit of anxiety, have a little like mood swings and such. You know, everybody tried to teach me well, tried to treat me in a good light. I didn't accept it. I wasn't grateful enough. I'll say that again. I was not grateful enough. You have to be grateful. You have to find something to be grateful for, and it's not easy. It is so not easy, especially when your brain is just self-clogged. And that's the only way I can express that, is self-clogged. You are self-clogged from here to here. Especially when you're depressed. I think the more when you think about bad things, especially if you think about something that hurt you, and you go back in the past and you think about, oh, I did this wrong, and you work around every thought of it. Like there were some things I did that were wrong, and I would obsess over how I could have done it wrong, what could have been better, should I have said, what should I have not said, how did I treat that person, it's done. It's not going to matter. You can sit there and obsess about it all day long. It's done. Nothing you can say or do will change it. Nothing at this point. So what you're going to have to do is when you find that little thing that is like you're obsessing over, and I'm sorry, I should have said I'm sorry, I should have done this, think of two more things. That one negative thing. Think of two other things that were positive about that situation. Or that you can learn from that situation. And it will, in time, it will become a great habit. Like now, when I think about something that I did in the past, my mind just is like, okay, I'm not even going to think about that anymore. I don't want to even give that room to grow. I'm not going to feed it. So that is one thing I did. And the more you think about how depressed you are, the more you're feeding how depressed you are. I don't know if that sounds right. Okay, say you wake up and you have a cold. The more you say it, I have a cold, I have a cold, I have a cold, you're going to feel more. The more you dwell on the fact that you have a cold, you're going to feel worse. You're going to be tired. You're going to want to lay down. You have to just get up and be like, okay, let's not think about this right now, so I don't have to focus on it. You know, if I don't focus on it, I won't feel tired, and I won't feel run down, and I can get through my day of work, or I can get through my day of, being with my children just for today, or, I have this to do, and I have this to do. Just don't wake up and dwelling on what is wrong. Kind of just keep going. Just kind of take it one day at a time, because it doesn't come suddenly. There is no real cure for depression. Again, you can take the medicine. You can be anxious. You can feel better this day, but the next day you feel like rotten mud. It just takes time. There is no instant cure for depression. It's something that we all will, those of us that have it, we all will have to deal with it all of our lives. But if we learn how to deal with it, and how to put it behind us, and how to keep our mind at a level pace, then it's easily dealt with. It can, but it's like getting to that black hole, that black bottom of the hole, and then having to come up. That's hard. That is really, really hard. And I pray for people if you have to do that, because there is no way to describe that, to feel that alone, to be that deep in that hole, to touch that bottom and say, hey, I need to get out of here. I need to go back up to where I was. It's hard. It is hard. It is very hard. There's a lot of people, and I know there's a lot of people that deal with it every day, but this is somebody, I am somebody who laid in bed for maybe 10 years, 8 years, something like that. Like, my kids would get up, and I had a Bible study when my youngest was a year old or so, and then I moved away, and then my kids kind of grew up while I was away, and I had another Bible study person, but during this time that I was with this other Bible study person, she didn't know what I was going through. I don't think she did. Maybe she did. But the kids would get up, I would get them off to go to school, and then I would go back to bed and lay there until about 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Then I would get up and quickly clean before my husband got home. And then when he got home, I cooked dinner and I did what I was supposed to do. And then I would go back to bed again, and sleep all night. I was just that deep into depression, that deep into my thoughts, that I would just sleep so I didn't have to think. And I'm laughing, but it's not funny. It isn't funny. It was very severe. I was severely depressed. I laid in bed for 10 years. My kids would ask, hey, Mom, can I do this? I don't think I even heard what they said. And I was just like, yeah, just go. Again, it's not funny. It is not funny. I just have to laugh it off because I can't go back there. I'm not doing that again. I refuse. Your mind is a powerful tool. Your mind is a powerful tool. Whatever you put in it is what you're going to get out of it. And if you're going to sit there and put all the negative things into it, and you're going to keep thinking the negative thoughts, then that's what's going to come out. It's kind of like a computer. However you program it is what it's going to give to you. And a lot of people said the same exact thing to me, and I would laugh in my head. That's what you think. I am thinking the best thing I can think. No, I wasn't. I felt so. But I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I was able to pull out of it. I'm grateful that I'm able to talk to you all about it and to tell you that God does love you. There are people that love you. It may not be who you want them to love you, but they do love you. And I'm not saying, you want your children to love you. You want your family to love you, even though, they irritate the crap out of you. Your husband can just get on your last nerve, and he smells up the bathroom, and, he does all this awful stuff, but he still loves you. If he's sitting there with you after 10 years of silly depression, then I think he loves you. I think he's got a good grip on what he wants, and he just needed you to wake up to it. But that's all I have for you today. I just want to help you through it all. It's not the easiest thing in the world to get over. It's something you will never get over. It's like an alcoholic. An alcoholic will never be over, the addiction. A depressed person will never be undepressed. It just does not happen. They can focus better. They can behave better. There's a little meme, a little thing on Pinterest. I know I've seen it on Pinterest a lot of times, but it has this big circle, and it's like the things inside that you can control, and then the things outside you can't control. Focus on that. If you can find that anywhere, it's, like I said, it's mainly on Pinterest. But if you can find that, that's something to focus on. This is what I can control, or even do it yourself. Take a piece of paper, write it down. What can I control? You control how angry you are. You can control how happy you are. You can control if you get mad. You can control if you get sad. You can control if, you think a certain thing. What you cannot control is other people. And that is what I could not. Yes, I'm going to control everybody. And that you can't do that. I can make them say what I want them to say. I can make them treat me this way. No, you're not. You're not. People are going to say what they want to say, just like you say what you want to say. What you can focus on is the way you behave or the way you react to it. And then, like I said, just get out of your own head. You need to separate yourself from what is in your head, because what you're thinking in your head is not true. I've also heard that a million times. What you are thinking is not true. You are somebody. Somebody loves you. They are doing their best to show you they love you. You may not see it because you're not accepting it the way that they are giving it. You're looking for what you want to accept. And that is not always going to be there. I feel like my teacher, my Bible study partner, telling me all this all over again. I do. I'll just remember times she said that to me. You are looking for a love that you are giving, but you're not looking for a love that someone else is giving you. And you're not going to always find the love that you give. All you can accept is the way other people love you. I don't know how else to explain it. I don't know how else to be open to accept a different love than what you give. Be open, open up all your channels and get out of your head. I'm begging you, please, just get out of your head. It is not what you think. What you are thinking out of anger, and you are thinking out of the lowest form of yourself. You need to get away from that. And that's all I have to say. That is it. I do hope that everybody had a wonderful Wednesday. I want you all to find something to be grateful for. It can be your pets. It could be the ability to write neatly. Never learned how. The ability to put on your makeup with such precision, because as you can see, I can put on makeup and I can do it well, but I don't like the time that it takes away from me to do other stuff. That sounds lazy, but it's true. It's true. I'm like, I'm gonna put it on all day for nothing. I'm not gonna go anywhere. Y'all, please forgive me. I'm still working on myself. We're all just a work in progress, and we need to have that sign on our chest sometimes. We are a work in progress. Everybody tends to forget that. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. The man that was the only man that could have ever been perfect, he's been, he's not on this earth at this moment. But he loves you. He wants you to see you're only human and you are doing your best. As long as you keep trying, and you keep trying to okay, I've got to feel better. I've got to think better. I've got to treat people better. Then you're doing the right job. You're doing the right thing. The best person that you need to learn to treat better is yourself, and self-love, and make sure you pamper yourself. Make sure you treat yourself with the utmost respect, because nobody can love you the way you want to be loved but yourself. And that includes pampering. I don't mean to laugh, I really don't, but it does. It means, getting in the tub and making sure your feet are clean and all your toenails are clean. Nobody's going to do that for you. Nobody's going to take care of you for you. Nobody is going to pamper you the way that you want to be pampered, but you. Lisa Bevere, when I read her book and it said, you do love yourself, but nobody's going to do it for you. She was absolutely right. She was absolutely right. So that's all I have to say. Y'all have the best evening. Have the best time. Have the best Wednesday evening. Again, we have 2 days until Friday. And we'll talk more later. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. This is Cassie from Cassie's Corner. Leave me a comment. Like my videos. Subscribe if you want to hear more. Leave me a comment. I say the comments, they do help with my channel. They do help grow my channel. And again, I'm not doing this for the money. I just want to help people out there feel better about themselves so we don't have all this negative attention surrounding us. It's not good. But yeah, leave me a comment so I can focus on what you need more than thinking about how you can comment and, make my channel grow. That's not, I know that's the process. You fit the algorithm of YouTube, your channel grows. That's okay. That's great. But I really would like to know your opinion, and it would please me very much if you let me know. Y'all, thank y'all again for being here. You mean the world to me. You really do. The fact that you've listened, the fact that you watched, the fact that you clicked on me. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm thankful. I'm grateful. Y'all have a nice one. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.